Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? Can you hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me now? All in my system, been the one I'm kissing.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. First down, it's Newton. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones. In from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Just beating the play clock is Newton. Got a man, it's right. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone,
the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Great move, but still wrangled before reaching the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. These two teams, Panthers and Lions, met each other Week 5 in Detroit last year. You did that game, didn't you?
I did, and the Panthers were starting to round into form, especially their quarterback Cam Newton, who had missed most of the preseason with a shoulder injury. He had a big game, 335 yards passing and 3 touchdown passes, and they beat Detroit 27-24.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He was brought down by Devon Kennard.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he gives it to Funchess, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Devon Kennard in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Newton to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards gets him closer, but now it's 4th and goal. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Gano's kick is right through. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford to the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Stafford on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far. And after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Panthers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Newton. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
21. Ready. 22.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go, fellas.
On second down, here's Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes our score 17-0. Gano out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Give me radar. We're rolling.
Second and 10, Stafford again. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. Third and 2, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. First catch so far for Tate, and he's got a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Let's go now. Let's go. Zebra.
On first down, it's Stafford. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 23.
White. Zebra. Hey, go here.
Stafford on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions were able to draw a bit closer. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Extra point good by Prater, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field.
And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On second down, McCaffrey. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here we go. Sit. Sit with E. Hey, get right there. Hey, hey.
Now a play fake here on first down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. Let's go. Green. Hey, hey.
To throw on second down. Newton flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
The Panthers on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. Well, that'll get him to first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
Hey, get right down. Hey!
From the 50, Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
If he's got a DJ Moore prior to him entering the NFL, this is something you saw a lot on tape at the University of Maryland. They had to find ways to get him to football. Hitches, screens, those jailbreaks or tunnels, whatever it took, get the ball in his hands, and he worked like a running back after he caught it.
Newton now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second and 10. Newton again. And this one complete right side to Funchess. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Newton. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. To the air again, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Let's go.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Gano's kick is right through. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Gano out to kick this one away. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Come on, come on. Set, lady. Shit. Hey, 22.
On first down, Stafford here. Caught right side, Tate. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Set. 250.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
They go here. 11.
Here's Stafford now on second down. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. 23 yards on the play.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
21. Hey, tag 32. Tag 32.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
21.
Now the Notre Dame man. This is Theo Riddick. And a short gain here down to the 22. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's the battering ram block. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
4th and inches, does he get the 1st? You bet he does. He knows exactly where he needs to be, and he's going to fight his way forward to get a couple of yards and ensure he keeps the chains moving.
Double, set. Zebra. Block it. Tag 50, tag 50.
On first down, Stafford eluding the pressure right. He's to the 10. Caught on the right side by Jones. And finally wrestled down at the 11. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now a carry for Blount, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Tate, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. He'll get it up the middle. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll run for it. This is Abdullah. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. Prater for the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Cam's going to run the option right. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's second down.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On second down, here's Newton. They're right with it here over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Newton now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's first and 10. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. The shotgun snap for Newton. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. Kerry Hyder able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Hey, tag 50 left.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. K'Wan Short. Never giving up. He's able to keep working and get him for a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
Hey, go here! 22!
On second down, here's Stafford. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. He's still on his feet. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Stafford now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Here's Blown. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Monday. Hey, 22.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Boys, here we go. On the ball. Jumbo, set. Stay 50. 53, ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Deshaun Hall in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
21.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
10. Hey,
He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then
to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out anywhere. Tell them you don't need nothing. Yep, like in the Kango and a new Cadillac with an all-go hammer.